What bicycle equipment is required by Arizona law? Obviously, flowers are not required. But this is part of this video series on Arizona bicycle law by the Coalition of Arizona Bicyclists. It comes from the class Traffic Skills 101, The Science of Street Cycling, and it's an effort that's collaborative from the League of American Bicyclists and Coalition of Arizona Bicyclists for their classes. Part 4, Bicycle Equipment Required. Reminder that traffic law, if you are pulled over by a policeman when you're on your bicycle for violating a law, you can get the same tickets, you can get fined, you can get points on your license, and you can get an insurance increase. So let's avoid that. Let's talk about bicycle equipment that's required. A bicycle that is used at nighttime shall have a lamp on the front that emits a white light visible from a distance of at least 500 feet to the front, and a red reflector on the rear of a type that is approved by the department and that is visible from all distances from 50 feet to 300 feet to the rear when the reflector is directly in front of a lawful upper beams of headlamps on a motor vehicle. A bicycle may have a lamp that emits a red light visible from a distance of 500 feet to the rear in addition to the red reflector. So what does this say? It says you have to have a white light on the front, and it has to be one that's visible from at least 500 feet. So it can't be a little tiny thing, it has to be significant so that it can be seen. And then the other requirement is that you have a red rear reflector. And as part of that, we would also recommend that you have that red lamp that it says you can have on the back, because if they're not right directly in front of you, they're not going to see a red reflector, but they will see a red light that's emitting. The next part is section 28-817 bicycle equipment. Letter B, a person shall not operate a bicycle that is equipped with a siren or whistle. So no sirens, no whistles. You can have a little horn that makes a little beepy noise, but no sirens or whistles. And C, a bicycle shall be equipped with a brake that enables the operator to make the braked wheels skid on a dry, level, clean pavement. So you do have to have a brake on your bicycle. Question, my bike came with a white front reflector. Is that good enough? No. You have to have a front light that emits light for a certain distance. We also recommend that if you're going to ride your bicycle, that you have the following equipment. This isn't required by law. This is just a recommendation. You want to have gloves. That protects your hands from too much rubbing on your handlebars, and if you do happen to take a fall, likely your hands are going to come out to stop you, and your gloves will protect your hands from any damage. At least as far as cuts and scrapes. We can't guarantee it's going to protect from any damage. Then we also recommend you wear sunglasses or protective eyewear of some sort. That's if a rock or some other debris or a bug flying in the air comes up and hits you in the eye. It's not going to be pleasant, so if you have those sunglasses or other protective eyewear, then that's going to prevent anything like that from happening. Sturdy shoes are recommended also to push down on the pedals with. And a water bottle. Obviously, we live in Arizona, it gets hot. You need to rehydrate if you're riding your bicycle, so bring along that water bottle. And light or bright colored clothing. That's to be more visible, because if someone sees you from a farther distance away, then they'll take an effort to avoid you sooner than if they don't see you because you're wearing dark clothing, especially at night. And then additional recommendations if you're going to ride at night is to have that red rear light. You can even have it flashing so that it catches people's attention. And then you could add additional lights, not just that red rear light and the front white light, but you could add a light on your helmet so when your head moves people could see. You could add another light in the middle of your back so when they see the 3 lights in a row from the red rear light and then the other 2, they see that it's a bicycle, not just some little light that they don't know what it is. And then we also recommend that you put on either a vest or other clothing that has retroreflective materials so that they can see you even better, and especially if you have shoes that have reflective parts, then your feet are going up and down, they're likely to see it. If you put it on your helmet, so if it moves back and forth, then they'll see that reflection of movement. Anything that makes you more visible at night is helpful. This video was brought to you by the League of American Bicyclists and the Coalition of Arizona Bicyclists as part of the Traffic Skills 101 class. I'm Kathy Mills. I'm a league cycling instructor and a member of the Coalition of Arizona Bicyclists. If you have any questions, contact me or the Coalition, and look for our other videos in the series about bicycle law in Arizona.